Okay, hi. So for this part of the video, we are going to try and learn about imports in Python. Okay, so in order to do that, we will run some commands. So do ensure that your remote terminal is up. Okay, so let's head over to this code snippet here that I have. This is the same Blink code that we used in the earlier part in part 2. Alright, so it's time that I introduce the other two statements that are here. Okay, now there's a keyword here, import. Now import is a Python keyword to actually import other modules or packages or libraries that other people have created. Alright, for example, this word here, okay, for example, the print, okay, let's not go through the loop. For example, the print statement, if you use print, if you recall, let's go back here, okay, and then let's look at there's a command to see what is inside a code. So right, if you remember this, cat is a command to show out whatever the contents are of this. Yeah, it will concatenate it to the output. Okay, so let's not worry too much about this command, but this was the code inside here. And then whenever you see this word print, Python knows this because this is a built-in function. Yeah, it is a built-in function. Some keywords Python already knows, yeah, like print. Yeah, sorry, this is a built-in function, yeah. And there are some other keywords that Python already knows, like while is a keyword. Okay, whereas certain things Python does not know, where somebody else actually developed the thing. For example, this rpy.gpio. Now, this is actually a library or a Python module that we are using for us to tinker around with the Raspberry Pi's GPIOs, the general purpose input outputs. So somebody created a library that helps to make our life easier, so that we can set up the Raspberry Pi simply by writing this line. We can set the mode, and we can set a pin as an output, and then we can actually write signals to like high and low onto the Raspberry Pi. So in order to do that, we need to import the library that was created by the person. Alright, so that is what the import statement is used for. We can actually import a library that is actually created by another person. So there are many people who actually develop many packages for Python. Usually all these packages can be found in one central repository known as the Python index package. So if you head over to this website, you'd see that there are many packages that you can actually look through that will help you simplify. For example, if you want your terminal to be more colorful, there is also packages for that. Okay, so we will not explore all those packages. So this package that we are using is the rpy.gpio package. Yeah. So whenever we want to use a package and we want to import it, we need to ensure that it is actually installed. Yeah. So if it's not installed, then the import here will fail. So the first step is to install the package. So that's what we're going to do here. Now in this website, in Python index package, they will tell you how to install, and this is the command: pip install the name of the package. Yeah. So what you just have to do is to copy the name of this package, and then let's paste it here. Now when you run this, pip is the installer, and it will check. Now it checks whether I have this package already, and then it says requirements already satisfied. That means the package has been installed previously, so I can just use it. Yeah. So this is how we check whether the package has been installed. So next time when we run the code for Blink, whenever we say let's just create a new Python file, okay, and then Python test4.py, then we type import rpy.gpio as GPIO. Yeah, then I just print let's just print the message. SUCCESS, yeah, success. I don't know, the bracket is outside. Okay, so import rpy.gpio as GPIO. Now this will pass only if this library has been installed. Okay, so let's save this and then let's execute this Python file, test4.py, and it says success. Okay, because the library has already been installed. Now let's say I import a library that is not there. Let's say I import AADDS. Yeah, I don't know what is this. Yeah, let's just import this library and then let's rerun Python. Okay, so what happens is it tells you there's an error, import error. Basically it doesn't understand what is this library. Okay, so one reason it could is because you didn't install it, or the other reason is it doesn't exist, like what I'm doing now. Actually I don't think there's a AADDS. Yeah, this is just a garbage. Yeah, so you can always check out whether a library exists by checking it out here. Yeah, so and then I don't think there is. Yeah, so the other library is actually time. Yeah, there are many forms of time library. Yeah, and usually they come pre-packaged, so time is already installed. Yeah, so this was the second library that we imported. And why did we import this library? So that we can use this function called sleep and then create a delay. That means sleep for 1 second. Alright, so that's what this line of code does. Okay, so this actually sums up how these import statements are helping us by using libraries that were created by other people, bringing them into our code, and then just utilizing them in a simple 1-step, 2-step, 3-step fashion to achieve an outcome. Set a mode, the BCM mode, set the pin as an output, set the pin to high, sleep for 1 second, set the pin to low, sleep for another second, and this is actually a while loop, so it will keep looping around. Okay, and you'll keep doing this again and again. That's how you get your blink effect. And I hope this sums up this entire code here. We have gone through what is available, how these libraries are working, how these imports are working, and how certain mechanisms are working here. We have not gone through in detail .output, why is it written this way, and so how many arguments are we passing, can we pass more than 2, more than 3. So for all of that we have to read the documentation of the library. Yeah, so we have to read the documentation of the library. So that will require us to go and look for the documentation online. Yeah, so for example, they ask us to visit this website, so that we can find out more details about the library on how to use them. Yeah, so if we are curious about how the .output works or how the .set mode works, we have to look at that. Okay, but given what we are doing in this course, we are going to just use some key commands for us to control the sensor and to get data from the sensor and those sort of things. Yeah, so we're not going to be exploring details about the code. Okay, so I hope this has been helpful, and thank you for your time.